So the task for today is to install this Pioneer DEH-P9400BH stereo system into this 99 Volkswagen Beetle. Okay, so the first step is to disconnect the negative battery terminal, like so. Next, we need to remove the factory stereo by using these stereo removal tools. We basically want the long blade pointing forward with the shorter end pointing inside. You should hear a clicking noise once they snap into place. And as you can see, you can just start pulling it out. There's going to be a lot of resistance, so just take your time and, pull it out slowly. And that's what she looks like in the back. And there you are, a big gaping hole. You may need to use a flathead screwdriver to remove some of the adapters there. So the stereo also comes with these plastic ears and a whole bunch of installation screws, which are actually not needed. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm doing the no trim installation. So I removed the trim plate and I've got this installation bracket coming up from behind, and those yellow cables you see are flat USB cables that I special ordered from China. They're about $1 or $2 each from some eBay seller. And it's really nice because then you can actually get, I don't know if you can see this, you can actually thread the flat USB cables under the installation bracket and allow the cables to come into the passenger compartment, and then you'll have 2 USB ports that are very easy to access instead of the 2 in the back. Some focus problems here. There, you get the idea. So what we need to do is bridge the harness between your car and the stereo system, and we're going to do that using these butt connectors I got from Radio Shack for $2. I bought the uninsulated kind, which costs a little bit less, which means you'll have to cover them with electrical tape when you're done. You're going to use this crimping tool to make the connections. There are 13 wires on this connector and 14 wires on this connector. Actually, 2 of these are not used. The pink and the red and white wires are not used in this installation. Some of the wires have very similar colors, so work in a brightly lit area so you can easily discern what color is what. Some of the wires are striped, black on one side and green on the other, or some other color, so be sure to keep that sorted. To crimp the wires, you'll want to expose a portion of the wire using a stripper and then inserting each portion into one end of the sleeve and then crimping like so, and covered with electrical tape. And that's what that looks like. Okay, so you have the small part connecting to the stereo itself and the big connector back there. If it's a feature that matters to you, now would be a good time to install the microphone as well. I have that coming out under the trim bracket right there. So there's an adapter for the antenna. It looks like that. And there's quite a bit of resistance in actually inserting the coaxial antenna on that side right there. And I'm still not sure what to do about that 3 terminal here. The only marking I have on it is 12 volts direct current. Then you're going to plug in your negative battery terminal and turn the ignition to the accessory position. And in the hopefully the stereo system will prompt you to go through setup. Mine did. I skipped over that part, and now it's displaying the time. You'll see there's this mess of cables that I somehow need to stuff back into that box before finishing the installation. It may take a little bit of effort to install the stereo all the way in, so if you're going to apply force, don't over. And that's what she looks like when she's all done.